According to the weather on the scoreboard here at Thom Field, it's 71 degrees, mostly sunny, pretty much perfect football weather. Cardinals and Lumberjacks are ready to take the field. Would appear from the Newman configuration that we will be kicking off. Newman is kicking off from right to left here at Thom Field. Back deep to receive for Wausau East is number 2, Caden Worth. Kicking for the Cardinals, number 15, Matthew Hamilton. Hamilton is a two-sport fall player, playing soccer and joining the Cardinal football team this season. And we are underway. Squib kick to about the 30, going out of bounds at the 29-yard line, where Wausau East will take over after the penalty is assessed. Discussing with the captains whether they want to take the penalty or re-kick. Going to get the answer from the referee here shortly. Or the referee is going to check with the head coach, actually. Cardinals on defense. Going to be looks like many of the numbers aren't lining up here. I think that's Sam Zymitz at left tackle. I know that's Eli Gustafson on the right side. Damian Ledecky at nose. In at quarterback for Wausau East is Noah Stroming. Two receivers left, one right. The snap's over his head. Pursuing is Gustafson. Gustafson makes the tackle at the 17-yard line. East takes quite a loss there on a bad snap from the center. Good start for the Cardinals on defense. Gustafson came off the edge very quickly. Was able to make the pursuit and the tackle. So those were the front three. The linebackers for Newman, going across from left to right, are Josh Clement, Thomas Bates, and it appears to be Nate Clement, but Nate Clement will be on a receiver, and this two receivers right, one left. Stroming back to pass. Pass was intended for number 5, Philip Cooper, thrown a little short, bringing up third down. The third down and 18 for Wausau East from, third down and 27 from the 18. Also in on defense for the Cardinals, number 88, James Bates, and number 1, Jacob Piffner. Stroming, the fake handoff. He goes off the right side, brought down by a few Cardinals. Seems like the first one on the tackle is Thomas Bates. And then he was swarmed under by a group of Cardinals. 4th and 27, it appears he did not get any yards on that. According to the spot, though, that's the correction. It's 4th and 22. 4th and 22 from the 22. And they're back to punt. That was number 84, I believe. Correction, not even close. That was number 99, Connor Smith. He kicked that ball to about the 34-yard line in East Territory. That's where Newman will take over 1st and 10. It'll be 1st and 10 from the East 34. The offense for the Cardinals in at quarterback this year, number 10, Connor Kroc. Returning at halfback is number 2, Thomas Bates. The wideouts are number 1, Jacob Piffner, and number 28, Nate Clement. Handoff is to Bates. He stopped and driven back about 4 yards. There's a missed block on that play, it looks like, allowing Thomas to get swarmed under there. The front 3 for Newman are from left to right: Wyatt Gasper, Owen Sullivan. That was Owen Sullivan on defense, if I'm mistaken. It appears to be Sam Zimetz. Snap to Kroc. Kroc rolls out to the left. Passes to Bates. Bates has the ball at the 30. He's up to the 40, to the 50. He's still running and goes out of bounds at the 41-yard line, and we have a flag on the play. And yes, I said 41-yard line, not 51. Just wanted to point that out for my 0 viewers today. But at least we're getting a little bit of a stream out there for their people to watch later. And I'm sure for Coach Micklig to laugh about after this game is over. So, Cardinals get their first down. Appears to have been a personal foul on that play against the East, which will give the Cardinals even more yards. It'll be 1st and 10 for Newman at the East 25. I believe I said it was the East on the other side. That's my mistake. This is the East 25. The handoff is to Thomas Bates on the sweep. He hits the corner up to the 20 into the 19-yard line. He drives. And that will be a nice first down play for the Cardinals. Second and 4. Ball is on the East 19. Cardinals come to the line. 2 backs were behind Kroc, but now they split out to 4 wide formation. Here's the snap to Kroc. Kroc back to pass. He rolls right. Throw is complete to Nate Clement. He gets it to the 10-yard line, and the Cardinals will have another first down. Nice little pattern by Clement. First and goal for the Cardinals. They're at the East 10. Connor has 2 backs, and they split out wide again. Kroc is all alone in the backfield. Here comes the motion. Kroc fakes the handoff, takes it himself to the right, and gets a first down at the 5. I'm sorry, gets to the 5-yard line for second down. My apologies. A little out of practice this year. So Newman will have the ball second and goal from the 5. Newman moving the ball very nicely on this first drive. With trips right for Newman. Kroc is alone in the backfield. Goes off to the left to... That was Nate Clement. I thought that's who that was. Nate Clement. The nice little out pattern to the left. Wide open in the end zone for a touchdown. So Newman's on the board first, 6-0 Newman. Hamilton will kick the extra point. He's been very solid for the Cardinals this year. I only recall 1 miss, I believe in the first game. Here's the snap, kick is up, and the kick is good. And after the first drive, the score is Newman 7, Wausau East 0. So East, with some decent individual talent, didn't seem able to stop the Cardinals' drive that time. We'll see what kind of adjustments they make as the game goes forward. 8:13 left in the first quarter. And the Cardinals are kicking right to left. Matt Hamilton back again. Hamilton on the approach. The kick is about a 20-yard kick to about the 30. Returning the ball for East is number 32. That's Lacha Zong. He returned it about 6 yards. 7 yards, they're going to mark it. 1st and 10 on the East 37. Stroming is at quarterback. I'll try to get you the other people on the East offense as we move forward here. Stroming with a handoff up the middle to number 47. Number 47 is Kayla Mao. Kayla Mao takes it for about a 9-yard gain. I think we will have 2nd and 1 unless they mark it a little. They mark it a little more generous than I think they will, but it does look like, well, maybe it's about 2nd and a couple feet. Oh, they're going to give them the first down. So it is a first down. And the Lumberjacks have the ball on the 47. 1st and 10. Clock starting. A snap to Stroming. Handoff again. Ball's on the ground. Falling on the ball is number 88. James Bates. And the Cardinals recover the fumble and will go back on offense. I'm unsure who had the fumble there. I believe it was number 32. I'm going to have to double check on that one. Lacha Zong. Regardless, the ball came out as the handoff went up the middle. James Bates was there, fell on it, and the Cardinals have the ball 1st and 10 on their own 42. All right. Newman has 4 wide receivers with Kroc all alone in the backfield. Ball pass is thrown across the middle to Thomas Bates, and a nice defense there by Tucker Lindman. Tucker Lindman on the coverage. Bates wasn't able to get a handle on it, so it's incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. First 2 games, the Cardinals have been able to methodically move the ball down the field on most of their drives. This team has a lot more individual talent. See if they can bring it together here. We're going to have 2nd and 10. We have 4 wide again. Piffner in motion. Piffner, the throw is to number 2, Thomas Bates, to about the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much of anything on that one. In fact, a little short of the line of scrimmage. Putting the ball at the 41-yard line now. 3rd and 11. Ball is close to the left hash. And Coach Mickley goes 4 wide again. Kroc all alone in the backfield. Here's the snap. Kroc drops back. 3-step drop. Pass was intended for Nate Clement, but over his head and to the right and incomplete. That'll bring up 4th and 11 from the 42. And except for when the JV was in playing at the end of the game, I think this is the first punt for Newman this year. I believe Hamilton had 1 punt in the last game, but he's back to punt now. Snap is good. Hamilton kicks it. Goes to about the 25. Gets not really a roll for anybody. Kind of goes to the sideline, goes to the 24-yard line, and East will take possession at their own 24. 6:21 left to play in the first quarter. I talk about our sponsors, but we don't have any. We could say Sully's college football page just to throw Sully some some business maybe. That might work. That would work. Yeah. Hey, I see we have some viewers. Look at this. That's amazing. I didn't know that was going to happen, so I'm going to have to be a little more on my game. All right. Stroming is back to pass. Passes across the middle. Nice defense by Jacob Piffner. Made contact with the receiver. The pass was intended for Brady Prohoda. And it looked like he had the catch, but the hit by Piffner jarred it loose and made the pass incomplete. Nice job by Jacob Piffner. All right, East is going to come to the line. Stroming in the backfield, has one back next to him. One receiver in the slot to the right. Stroming's going to run it himself. Breaking through everybody and getting this hit in the backfield is number 74, Ben Hardesty. He ripped right through the East offensive line. They could not stop him. He went right through, knew exactly where the ball was going, and made the tackle. Nice job on the Newman by the Newman defense. All right, it's 3rd and 16 for the Lumberjacks. Newman remains on defense. Stroming remains at quarterback. One back and 3 receivers. Snap is over his head again. Falls on it. Oh, flips it back. Very smart move by Stroming. But Newman recovers it on either the 1 yard line or they're going to call it a touchdown. One of the two. On the 1 yard line. The second bad snap by the Lumberjacks almost went to the end zone. Stroming did a nice job getting it out of the end zone, but went right to a Newman player. Yeah, it's questionable whether he should have just taken the 2 points on that one, but it is possible that the East Lumberjacks could hold here. 1st and goal on the 1 for Newman. If I had to guess, Newman's coming out in a heavy formation here. 2 backs behind Kroc. Handoff to Bates. Bates takes it to the 1. Back to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't get much of a gain. Didn't see a real block there by the up back, so Thomas had to kind of make something happen on his own there. So hopefully they'll clean up that blocking scheme a little bit. Back in that heavy formation, putting Jacob Piffner right on the line. It's a pitch to Thomas Bates, and he walks into the end zone for a touchdown. Pitch left to Thomas Bates. Didn't really have to make much of a move and walked into the end zone. That'll make it 13-0 Newman with 4:45 left in the first. And Newman will kick the extra point, as is pretty normal for them. Matthew Hamilton having a nice season already. Only his 3rd game kicking, and he's only missed 1. That's kind of been confirmed, I believe. And it's another one that's good, so that'll make the score 14-0. I wonder if one of my viewers there is Ben Bates, because he said he was going to try to watch this game. Maybe it was. Tried to get him as my color man, but he's too busy studying right now to be able to pull that one off. So maybe down the road here we can make something happen. Bates would definitely have more knowledge about the Newman offense than I would, but could be one of those people online cheering there for his brother, Thomas. Thomas just scoring a touchdown on a nice sweep to the left. Hamilton is set to kick to Zhang, who is the deep man for East. Newman has not kicked it deep yet. They've kicked about 20 yards each time. This one's another little short kick, and it is falling on the ball is number 10? Number 10, yes. Pacey Weber. being smart and falling on that football. The short little kick. Coach Micklig intent to give them a little better field position to avoid any big returns. All right, so here comes East. They're going to have two receivers right, one left, one man in the backfield. The snap to Stroming. Stroming hands off. Does not give much of a block, and he is swarmed under. I'm not sure who that was. Stop was by Thomas Bates. I'm not really sure who the ball carrier was on that one. I apologize. From where I'm sitting, the East numbers are a little hard to read. They actually look a little better on the monitor I have here, so I might just stick with that. All right, here is East. Two receivers right, one left, one man in the backfield. Stroming makes the call. Snap to Stroming, coming right through. Ooh, picked up nicely. Thomas Bates was picked up nicely. He came right through the line, but was picked up nicely by the back. And Stroming keeps it himself for about a 5-yard gain. So it looked like Thomas had a bead on that quarterback, and the back came out of nowhere and made a nice block. So that wasn't a bad job by East there to make it 2nd and 4. Looks like they gave him 6 yards on that one. And we have a timeout by Wausau East. This would be the time I'd tell you all about of our sponsors, but we don't have any. We're pretty much just doing this for the few families that are unable to attend the game today for whatever reason. Or siblings who are at college or away. Some of our great Newman alumni. Or for our own players just to watch later and then make fun of their English teacher later on. So far Newman has controlled the ball pretty well today. 2 turnovers by East, which is never a ingredient for success. Stroming is back. He's got 1 man right, 2 in the backfield. And Hardesty is a little bit of a hard count, and Hardesty gets a little greedy there and encroaches, and it looks like that's going to give East the first down. Got to appreciate the fire that Hardesty has, but he's got to be smart, wait for the snap. And that's probably what that timeout was all about, to discuss a hard count. But we're in about the same formation. 1 right, 2 receivers in the backfield. There's a tight end to the left. Snap is to Stroming. Stroming is back. Oh, we got a wide open receiver on the left side. Piffner makes pursuit to the 3-yard line. Oh boy, somebody had a blown assignment on that one. It looked like number 70, Casey? Is that what they were saying? Not really sure who that was. That's unfortunate. For some reason, the East numbers are really hard to read. It's a guy. All right. Sorry about that. The play goes to Stroming, who runs it on a sweep to the right. Bring up 2nd down for the Lumberjacks. It looks like number 70 who made that catch, but I don't have a number 70 on my roster that I see. So whoever it is, he fooled everyone and went out for a pass. Bigger guy, not a guy who looks like he's going to go out for a pass, but he did. A little bit of a blown coverage with Piffner, where the heads-up play gets him tackled before the end zone. Stroming comes up, tries to do a draw, but Newman reads it pretty well, and the tackle was by Josh Clement. So it'll be third and goal and 3. And we have a timeout. Appears to be a timeout by Newman. So Coach Micklig, actually Coach Thorpe, the defensive coordinator, is going to discuss this goal line defense here. He's 3 yards away from putting it in the end zone. All set up by a wide open pass to the left tight end, or left guard, I guess as they would call it in 8-man football. Left guard was eligible. Someone obviously either didn't realize he was eligible or didn't know who was in coverage on that play, and he was able to lumber down the field and bring it down to the 3-yard line. And that's where East has it now. They've had 2 plays from the 3 and haven't been able to make much progress. East comes to the line now. Looks like they're in that same set. 1 receiver right, tight end to the left, 2 in the backfield. And here's the snap to Stroming. Stroming hands off to number 17. Is that Gannon Vogelstein, I believe? No, that was not. Mao, Caleb Mao, correction. Number 47, Caleb Mao. He gets about 2 yards, takes it to the 1. And East is not going to try for a field goal. They are going to elect to go for it with 4th and goal from the 1. So defense is going to have to be staunch here. A lot of guys in the middle. We got 1 receiver to the left. Here's the snap under center. It's a push back, and they're going to signal a touchdown. Stroming pushes the pile, and it's a Wausau East touchdown. So, good example of how 1 play can cause some major problems. It's something they'll be discussing for some time, I'm sure. That's something that the Cardinals usually aren't fooled on, but they were tonight. All right. Smith is going to be kicking the extra point. The kick is up, and no good. That's a little bit of a help to Newman, making it 14-6 with 1:06 to go in the first quarter. So the Cardinals with a little more of a challenge than they've had in the first 2 weeks of the season. And we're going to see Wausau East kick off for the first time, with Newman in the kick return formation. Back deep for Newman is Josh Clement. And who's that? Jackson Fender? Is that Jackson Fender back there? I believe that's Jackson Fender. Trying to get a good look here. A bit of a discussion here with the referees. And Micklig has a discussion with the referee. I don't know what's going on there. I think that's what the delay is. All right. We're going to get underway here with 1:06 left in the first. All right. East is set to kick off. This be number 9, Jack Bartles. Kick is on the ground, taken to the 20 by Fender. Fender takes it to the right, up the sidelines, gets a nice block, carries that ball up to the 43 where he's brought down. Brought down by number 18, Brady Prahoda. Cardinals bring the ball up into some usable real estate here at the 43-yard line. And here's the Newman offense. Newman offense, 2 wide receivers. Now we got a tight end to the right. 1 back is Thomas Bates. Fake to Thomas Bates. Passes an out to Jacob Hiffner, who takes it to the 50-yard line. My eyes weren't totally on Hiffner's pattern, but looked like it might have been a Bronco there. There's plenty of great routes that the Cardinals run. And that will be the end of the first quarter. They let the clock run down. And at the end of the first quarter, it is the Newman Catholic Cardinals 14, the Wausau East Lumberjacks 6.
On behalf of Wausau East Football and Wausau East Gridiron, we'd like to express our appreciation to the following corporate sponsors: the Bolt Company, Wheat Farm, Echo Electric Supply, E.O. Johnson Business Technology, Sun Printing, Locknose, Marco, Auto Select, Imperial Industries, The King Company, Four Seasons Heating and Air Conditioning, D3 Industries, and Marathon Cheese Corporation. Please remember to visit the Gridiron Grill concessions, freshly grilled burgers, chops, and hot dogs. We will also be handing out 4-5 coupons and flyers for Thomas Carter.
After a short breather, the players are back on the field. Newman will now be going from left to right. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Bates in the backfield. Pitch out to Bates. Bates makes a nice move at the 40. He's free at the 40, to the 30, to the 20, to the 10. Touchdown, Thomas Bates. It looked like Thomas didn't have much to work with to start there. A couple people held their blocks. He was able to make a couple nice moves, get into the open field, and when Thomas is in the open field, it's pretty much pay dirt for the Cardinals. So a nice call by Coach Micklig. Looked like an option to the right. Kroc drew the end in, flipped it to Bates. Bates made a few people miss himself and scored a touchdown. Here is Hamilton on the extra point. The kick is up, and the kick is good. All right, 21-6, Newman. So Newman answers quickly with the first play of the second quarter going 50 yards, 51 yards possibly. I think they might have been on the 49, 50 or 51 yards. I'm not going to say 51 yards because that's a little bit of a sore spot for me, but we'll just say that it was a nice run by Bates for the touchdown. And here comes the Newman kicking team again, led by junior Matthew Hamilton. Hamilton, a soccer player by trade, I guess you would say. Good recruiting place for Coach Micklig to find his kickers. I have seen him scrap around a little bit on defense and offense in some of the end of some of the games, though. So he's not exclusively a kicker. Hamilton is back to kick off. Here's the approach, and the kick is on the ground again, rolling at the 40, goes out of bounds at the 31-yard line. Flag on the play. Be another decision for East whether they take the ball with the penalty or have Newman re-kick. They took the ball last time. Appears that's what they're going to do again. And we'll get to see the East offense go to work here. East is going to come to the line. They have a receiver left. One receiver tight right in the slot. And referees are having a little discussion here. right, the ball will be placed at the 35. So it'll be 1st and 10 on the East 35-yard line. We have a tight end to the right, man in the slot to the right, and a receiver on the line. It's a handoff the right to Mao, Caleb Mao. Caleb Mao not getting much yardage on that play, I believe about a yard. Swarmed under by the left side of the Newman line, and a few linebackers coming up to make the play as well. So it'll be 2nd and 9 for the Lumberjacks. Cardinals made a nice transition this year. A few people stepping in to take places of the graduating seniors from last year. Short season for the Cardinals last year, the COVID-19 epidemic, but we're seeming to be sort of back to normal now. We got a receiver to the left. Looked like Stroming was looking to him for a pass. Got swarmed under by number 2, Thomas Bates, with a little help from Ben Hardesty. Brings the ball back 6 yards, it looks like. Now they're going to mark it 5 yards back, so 3rd and about 14 yards to go. Wausau East is new to the 8-man game this year, so it does take a little time for coaches to get used to the play calling and the strategies in 8-man football. Coach Mickling does have quite the time in that game and has had quite the success. So the Lumberjacks come to the line, 1 receiver right, 1 in the slot right, tight end right, and there's a whistle. Flag on the play. Appears to be a delay of game against Wausau East, which will march them back again 5 more yards. East has not been done very well in third down situations, yardage-wise. Only a 3rd and 19 for the Lumberjacks. And East is in that same formation, 1 right, 1 in the slot right, tight end right, and the back is right. It was a fake to the slot man, pass to number 81. To Tucker Lindman, tackled on the play by number 88, James Bates, but a 1st down for the Wausau East Lumberjacks. So, man in motion, slot man in motion, faked the handoff to him, and Lindman went down the sideline. Got a nice pass, nice touch from Stroming, and 1st down. So, East will start over here on the Newman 46. 2 receivers right, 1 left, 1 back in the backfield. Stroming, looks like it was an option. It might have gotten blown up there with Hardesty stepping right into the pitch lane and met on the line by Thomas Bates, actually behind the line by Thomas Bates. And I said the word meted, not a good sign for an English teacher there. As they say, we all make mistakes, right? All right, so we are 2nd and 13, 3-yard loss on the sack by Thomas Bates. Might have been a half a sack. They might have given Hardesty half that one, I'm not sure. Here's the snap. Stroming again trying to take it by himself. That hasn't been very successful for him other than the push at the goal line. Hardesty has been just all over Stroming today. Stroming hasn't had much of a chance to do much of anything running-wise. And it looks like Stroming's coming out of the game. Not sure what happened. Number 10 will be coming in at quarterback. Number 10, Pacey Weber. Not really sure what the situation is with Stroming. Doesn't look like an injury. It looks a little more like he got into a little argument with the coach there and got pulled out. But Pacey drops back. Long pass, really long. About 10 yards past the wide receiver on the right side, Brady Pahota. Seemed like he had a little more protection than Stroming's had up to this point, but the pass was way long and brings up 4th down. So now the Lumberjacks are going to punt. And the snap is back. Kick is a little low, and it's left alone by Newman. Gets a nice little roll to about the 22 where Newman will take over. So not too smooth of a snap to Connor Smith. He was able to get a hold of it, but he had to get it off quickly. Kind of a line drive kick. Newman was dodging out of the way to not make contact with that ball and went to the, looks like they're going to place it at the 21-yard line, where Newman will take over, 1st and 10. Seems like the same starting 8 continue to stand for Newman, which is usually Coach Micklig's move. And Kroc has one man right, but slot. Bates moves up into the slot. 2 receivers counter back to pass, and nice pass to Eli Gustafson on the right side, but Gustafson does a little tiptoe on the sideline there, gets a couple yards, but looks like he only got 1 yard according to the spot here. And he went out of bounds. So it'll be 2nd and 9 on the 22-yard line. Kroc gets the play from Coach Micklig. And Newman will come to the line. Here the Cardinals with their 3-man front. We have a tight end, Gustafson to the left. Piffner in motion from the slot right to the slot left. And Clement is on the right side. Passes to Piffner on an out. And he's tripped up on the play. Went to Jacob Piffner for gain of about 3, I believe. 2nd and 4. I guess that would have been 5 yards. Give him 5 yards on that. Piffner was open when he caught the pass, but it was a good defense by East to bring him down pretty quickly. All right, we got 4 receivers split wide. Kroc's all alone in the backfield. The pass is to the right to Gustafson, a little high. Gustafson can't get a hold on it, and that ball will fall incomplete. Cade's on the coverage for East. It is 4th and 4 for the Cardinals. And the Cardinals are going to punt again. Back to kick is Hamilton. Hamilton gets the punt off. It's high, but not very far. A roll is not favorable to anybody. Stops where Nate Clement's going to put his hands on it at the 47-yard line. So East is in Newman territory after the punt. Not a very good punt by Hamilton. It had some nice hang time, but didn't have much distance. And it just hung there. Hamilton hasn't had a lot of live kicks in a game. I believe he only had 1 prior to tonight. Tonight he's had 2, 3? 3, I believe. Here's the ball's to Stroming. Kind of some miscommunication there. Stroming able to evade a couple tacklers and get the ball up to the 38-yard line of Newman. 2nd and 1. 2nd and 1. 2nd and 1 from the 38. Stroming is back in the ball game after his short removal there on that last series. Stroming brings his team to the line. He's got 1 receiver to the right, 1 left, 1 man in the backfield. and a man in the slot to the right. Snap is to Stroming. He runs on the option. Thomas Bates in nice pursuit, but Nate Clement makes contact, but right about at the first down marker, about a yard past, giving the Lumberjacks a first down. Bates was all over that play, but wasn't able to make the stop prior to the first down marker. So East is in there with a first down. First and 10 from 37. Looks like East has spread it out a little bit, possibly trying to spread out the Newman defense. We've got two receivers left, one right, one man in the backfield. Snap is to Stroming, fake to the back. Here is pursuit again by Josh Clement. Josh Clement had some nice pursuit into the backfield. He was pursuing from the backside. Stroming tried to get away, but was unsuccessful. So that will bring the East Lumberjacks back about 5 yards, 7 yards. We're going to mark it 7 yards, second and 17. A little bit of a cheer contest back and forth here between Newman and East. Probably the first time a crosstown rivalry has happened like this in a while for Newman. All right, here is Stroming back. He's got three wide again. Pass is across the middle and intercepted by number 2, Thomas Bates. Thomas Bates read that play perfectly, stepped right in front of the ball, and got the interception at the 40-yard line, and Newman will be back on offense again. With the way Thomas read that play, it almost looked like he was the receiver. But he made a nice catch. Probably would have had some yardage on that, but he slipped and went down. And in high school football, you're not able to get back up once your knee or arm goes down to the ground. So Newman has to take over where he was at that point. Here's Kroc with only one man in the backfield. That one person is Thomas Bates. Thomas Bates pushes the pile a little bit for 2 yards. Little push to the right side. Little power football by the Cardinals. Not something that they rely on all the time, but Bates is able to get some yards when they're needed. All right, they have the play from Coach Micklig. East is on defense. 2 receivers and split backs to Kroc. Ooh, hard count by Kroc. The handoff is to Bates. On the right side, he takes it up to the 50-yard line, 49-yard line. I was this close to saying 51-yard line, but I didn't. It is 49. They're on the 49.5-yard line. 3rd and inches for the Cardinals. Very tight set. Up back is, and the pile's pushed. Little keeper, and that's a first down. In the I formation, had Gustafson up, Thomas Bates back, but snap went right to Kroc under center, and he pushed the pile for the first down. So it's 1st and 10, but time is running out for the Cardinals here in the first half. 1:40 left on the clock. 49 yards to the end zone. Split backs. Here is Kroc stepping back. The ball is aired out for number 1, Jacob Piffner, who gets free and in for the touchdown. Touchdown, Newman Cardinals. That was a nice pattern by Jacob Piffner. He had that guy on his backside the whole way. Coverage could not catch up to him. He got the ball and was gone into the end zone. So that short amount of time on the clock was irrelevant, as Newman goes 49 yards on one pass for the touchdown. Here's the extra point by Hamilton. The kick is up and it's blocked. Nice penetration there by East. It looks like number 2. No, Caleb Worth breaks through the line and was able to make the block. So makes the score 27-6 with 1:25 left in the half. Newman is going to kick off to East. East will have a minute 25 to see what they can do with the ball here in the first half. Newman will receive in the second half, so they will have the ball to start the second half. But the Cardinals would like a little bit more of a cushion. 27-6 is nice, but in 8-man football, 27-6 can disappear in very quickly. All right, Hamilton is set to kick. Here's the approach and the kick. It's a little squib kick to the right side. It's fumbled by the front lineman, number 78. And Newman recovers the kick. Wasn't really a designed onside kick. It's one of Newman's squib kicks, but the up person, number 78, couldn't get a handle on the ball. Raiden Rojas, I believe. And Newman falls on the ball and gets possession again. So with 1:18, we'll see what the plan of Coach Micklig is here. Will he run the clock out or try to score? I don't think this cushion is enough for him. I think he's going to try to go to the end zone here. He's got 3 wide receivers. Kroc has Bates next to him. Bates picks up a nice block. Kroc passes out to Gustafson, who's still on his feet, making it up to the 33-yard line. 32-yard line is where they'll mark it. Nice pass for a first down to Gustafson. Gustafson we didn't make a miss. He just drove right through him and gets the first down. So we have 2 receivers right, 1 left. Bates in the backfield. Snap to Kroc. Handoff is to Bates off the left side. He has a hole. Makes it to the 15, inside the 15 where he's tripped up. And the ball will be spotted at the, looks like the 12-yard line possibly. 12? Actually, it looks like it might be the 13-yard line. First and 10. 44 seconds left. Snap is to Kroc. Kroc passes to Gustafson off the right side. Gustafson moves inside. He's wrapped up by a couple of Wausau East Lumberjacks, and we have a timeout by Newman Catholic with 28 seconds left. The clock kept on running there for some reason. Not really sure what the reasoning for that was, but Newman will take a timeout. It is on the. They have one more first down at the 2-yard line. They're on about the 4 right now, between the 4 and the 3. It looks like. So conceivably, the Cardinals could get a first down here, but it is second and about 1.5 yards right now. Stacked up on the line. Back is Gustafson and Bates. Oh, you roll to the right by Kroc. Gustafson breaks free to the right, and he's into the end zone for a touchdown. Gustafson made it look like he was going to lead block for Bates. Rolled out to the right. Kroc rolled out to the right, made a nice pass, and complete to Gustafson for the touchdown, making it 33-6. Newman. And Hamilton is set to kick again. He does have 1 miss on the block on the last score. So hopefully Newman's tightened up their line. And in perfect Paul Micklig fashion, he wants that point back. So a nice little fake to the snapper Thomas Bates, who passes the ball out to the left to Gustafson for a 2-point conversion. So Coach Micklig evens up his score to 35, like he probably wanted to. So 35-6, Newman. They've been in control most of the first half, other than one mistake on defense that cost them a Wausau East touchdown. So with 28 seconds left in the half, Newman is going to kick off. And we may not have a lot of viewers tonight because it looks like everyone is here, which makes a lot of sense since we're about, let's see if I can count today, well, about 24 blocks from home maybe. Kick is deep this time into the end zone, goes to the back of the end zone for a touchback. So Hamilton showing off his leg on that last kick. He's been kicking a lot of squibs lately, but in past games, Hamilton has been able to put it out of the end zone a few times, or at least into the end zone for a touchback. So for the first time, East is pretty deep in their territory at the 20. Stroming brings his team to the line. He has one receiver left, one in the slot right, tight end to the right. Snap is to Stroming. He rolls to the left. Pursuit is good again by Gustafson, who is all over Stroming. Stroming had nowhere to go. Stopped at the 16-yard line. What did I say? 16-yard line. Making it 2nd and 14 for Wausau East. Clock is running down 3, 2, 1, and it'll be halftime here at Thom Field. At halftime here at Thom Field, it is the Newman Catholic Cardinals 35, Wausau East Lumberjacks 6. All right, here we are, start of the second half. The Wausau East versus the Newman Catholic Cardinals here at Thom Field. An away game for the Cardinals, first road game, even though the road was only about 24 blocks. Newman kicked off in the first half, so East has the ball to kick off in the second. Back deep for the Cardinals appears to be Fender and Josh Clement. Here's the approach, and the kick is in the air. This one goes to Fender at the 10. He takes it up the right side to the 20, 25 to the 30, where he's met at the 32-yard line and pushed out of bounds. Oh, that was Thomas Bates, excuse me. Fender was in there earlier. I thought that was him, but I believe that was Fender, though, because it looked like Bates just came off the sidelines, but I could be wrong. Probably about time to go to the eye care center of Wausau or somewhere to get my eyes checked, because the LASIK surgery from 2006 is starting to wear off a little bit. All right, here we are, 1st and 10 on the 32-yard line. One back in the backfield. Handoff is to Bates. Bates is... Wait, what? Actually, I don't think Bates had the ball. It looked like Connor Kroc kept it and was driven back. The announcer here said it was Bates, but it didn't look like Bates had the ball. It was like a little bit of deception there, and Kroc kept it, but lost 2 yards on the play. 2nd and 12 for the Cardinals. Micklig sends him out with 2 receivers, 2 in the backfield split. Here's a pass to Gustafson across the middle, who drives it to the 43-yard line, but there is a flag on the play. So we're going to see what that flag is for. Looks like an illegal block by Newman. Gustafson cut across the middle, made a nice catch, took it up toward the left sideline or near sideline, heading toward the end zone, but apparently a block in the back on that play. So the referees are going to march it off. So his first down is erased because of the penalty. They're going to mark it off from the spot of the foul. Looks like the spot of the foul was the 30. Well, the ball was at the 32-yard line. I didn't see much of a march off there. Maybe that was the march off. 2nd and 9. 2nd and 10 for Newman. 2 receivers right, tight end left. Bates in the backfield with Kroc. Bates on the left side. Handoff Bates. It's a fake to Bates. Kroc goes deep down the right sideline to Piffner. He's wide open. He makes the catch at the 35. Drives forward to the 25. He made the catch at the 35. Was met on the play right away by Tucker Vinman. But Tucker Vinman got dragged about 10 yards by Piffner to the 24-yard line of East for a Newman first down. 1st and 10 for the Cardinals. And a nice pass to Piffner, who had the defender on his backside and made a nice catch for the first down. Here's a handoff to Bates up the middle, takes it left side through the middle for the touchdown, but a flag on the play. Looks like they're going to call Piffner for an illegal block. It was hard to tell on the play what the call was. Could be a block on the back on Piffner, trying to clear a path for Bates there. Piffner is questioning it a little bit. Probably should back off. Holding, apparently, not a block on the back. Apparently they're calling a hold on Piffner. Piffner seemed to disagree with that a little bit. But looked like a push, maybe something. But we are going to have the ball now. First, it'll still be first down because of the hold. So we'll have Bates in the backfield with Kroc. Gustafson is the tight end on the left. Piffner and Clement to the right. Handoff is to Bates to the right this time, right up the middle. Goes around the defenders for a Newman touchdown. Thomas Bates again with a nice move. Didn't look like anybody wanted to touch him as he went through. He's kind of a big load to bring down, but they weren't successful going to the left. They went to the right and in for a Newman touchdown. So here we are again to kick. Bates is there to hold. Hamilton to kick. The extra point. Here's the snap, and the kick is up. And the kick is good. Makes the score 42-6 Newman. So Newman gets the ball and takes it down the field for a touchdown to start the second half, with 10:10 left in the third quarter, the beginning of the second half here. It's Newman 42, Wausau East 6. Newman will be kicking off to Wausau East here. East has 2 men back deep. Hamilton will be doing the kicking. Football is coming across now. It's on the other end of the field for some reason. Hamilton's getting his tee set. Ready to kick off for the first time here in the second half. Here's the kick. Kick is deep. Taken at the 8. Brought up to the 20, 24. He's met by some Cardinals and brought down there. That looked like number 2, Caleb Worth. Took it from the 8 to about the 28-yard line. So about 20-yard return. Jackson Fender in on the tackle. First year with Newman football, junior. And now Stroming takes over in the backfield. Pass is across the middle. Almost picked off again by Bates. Bates got a hand on that one. He's a little upset with himself. They didn't bring that one in, but it was a little offline there. I don't know if Bates was passing the ball as he put his hand up. It was a nice deflection at the very least. Second down on the incomplete pass. All right, East comes out with one receiver left, one in the slot right. Handoff to the right side, met by about 4 Newman Cardinals, is number 47, Caleb Mao, for a short gain. Looks like Nate Clement and James Bates may have been in on the tackle. I saw number 88 in there. I think Clement might have made the initial contact. We got 2 receivers left this time. Stroming in the backfield with one back. As the pressure is coming on Stroming right now. He had 2 coming off the right side. Penetration on the left, and he's brought down on the left side by, I believe that is... The numbers aren't, I don't believe the numbers are right on here because that looks an awful lot like Damian Ledecky there in the middle. I believe that's who that is. I think we might have some wrong uniforms on here or wrong numbers on my roster. I'm pretty sure that's Ledecky in the middle. We're going to punt here. Punt for East. Ball snap pretty deep. Nate Clement decides not to touch that one. Probably a good choice with 2 Wausau East defenders coming down the field, and kick to the 40 rolls to the 38 where Newman will take over 1st and 10 on their own 38. Here we are. Croc has his offense out, 2 receivers left. Clement in motion to the right. Bates in the backfield. Here it is. Handoff to Bates up the middle again. He gets a nice block up the middle. Gets past the linebackers, makes a few more people miss. Runs face first into the linebacker and or safety, whoever that was. Tucker Lindman was met by Bates head on there and was able to bring him to the ground. But not after Bates got it into East territory at the 37-yard line. Bates running like a freight train like usual. All right, here we go. Newman is coming to the line. We got Nate Clement to the right. Eli Gustafson is the tight end right. And Piffner is tight end left. Bates in the backfield. Correction, that is Josh Clement in the backfield. Josh Clement takes it off the left side. Gets about 3 yards. Little off-tackle run by Clement. Looks like they're giving Bates a little bit of a breather after that last run. Josh Clement is Thomas Bates' backup. At solid defensive player, also plays offense from time to time. And here it is, handoff to the up back, and that is to Eli Gustafson, who takes it just short of the sticks to the East 29-yard line. Connor Kroc has a play from Coach Micklig. They are in the huddle. Clement is still in at back. Newman lines up with one receiver each side. Split backfield. It's an option play. Option out to Gustafson to the left. Gustafson gets a bit of the corner, takes it just across the markers for a first down. So Kroc got the end to commit again on that option, flips it out to Gustafson, who gets a little bit of the corner and is met by some Wausau East Lumberjacks, but not enough and not in time to stop him as he gets a Newman first down. 1st and 10 on the East 22. East 22. One receiver each side, split backfield again. Here it is, handoff up the middle to Thomas Bates. Thomas Bates was back in on the right side. He takes that about 2 yards. The dive up the middle. Might have been a counter. Didn't really catch the blocking scheme on that one. Looked like he went off to the side. That would have possibly been a counter. Could be wrong on that though. Generally right up the middle. Run there. Okay, here we are. Newman is back. We have a tight end and Gustafson to the left. 2 receivers with Bates in the backfield. Here's the snap. Bates gets the ball. Ooh, and he is met in the backfield. They're not going to let Bates get any yards. Number 55, Thomas Berry, makes the tackle, and Bates is down. This is not a good sign for the Cardinals. He's holding his knee. Coach Micklig is out quickly to talk to Bates, find out what's the issue is. Going to take a break here. Cardinals and Lumberjacks are going to take a knee, 42-6. Thomas Bates was met in the backfield, hit hard, and is not getting up. Looked like it might have possibly been his knee, but you can grab the knee and have it be other parts of the leg as well. I am no doctor. He grabbed his knee, but it could be anything. Could be a cramp, but I don't think it was a cramp given the contact there. Let's just hope Thomas is okay. He's put in a lot of time in the offseason, and it would be a big loss for the Cardinals if he wasn't able to come back in. Cardinal fans have gotten pretty quiet here, waiting. Coach Micklig's calling for a couple of players to come over. I don't know if they're going to try to walk him off the field, possibly. Looks like they have Bates in a sitting position, so that's a good sign. Bates is on his feet. Gonna need a little help to get off the field, though, and that is not what the Cardinals need to see right now. But he is walking with the help, so that's a little better sign. He's been able to put some pressure on his legs. He just needed a little help, so I guess we're gonna have to wait and see what happens and see if Josh Clement can step up here and get some yards for the Cardinals. Thomas Bates, a huge part of the Newman offense and defense for that matter. Hit hard in the backfield for the first time this game. I think he's had a loss of yards, but looks like East had that one played perfectly, and it just looked like a fluke his injury, but not a good thing for the Cardinals. So in the backfield is Josh Clement. Kroc is back. He rolls to the right. He's got someone in the end zone. That's Nate Clement, wide open for the catch. Touchdown, Cardinals! Nate Clement. The talent in that kid is something that is pretty well underestimated. People look at his size and they think he's not much to deal with, but I'll tell you, that kid works hard and he makes some good plays for the Cardinals. He had that guy beat in the corner of the end zone, made a nice jumping catch, stayed in bounds, and it's a touchdown for the Newman Catholic Cardinals. Nicely done. Nicely done, Nate Clement. His brother Josh is taking over on offense also. Here's Hamilton set to kick the extra point. The kick is up, and the kick is good. That'll increase Newman's lead to 49-6. 49-6. Pass from Kroc to Nathan Clement. Nathan Clement in the corner of the end zone for Newman touchdown. That almost looked like that might have been a broken up play. There was another intended primary receiver on that, and then Kroc rolled out. Could have been designed, but regardless, Kroc made a nice pass to Nate Clement, who made the nice grab in the end zone for a Newman touchdown. So Newman in complete control of this game, 49-6. Newman in their 5th year of 8-man football. Wausau East in their 1st year, and there's a lot to be said for that because there are some differences between the games. For the most part, they're similar, but some nuances that more seasoned coaches will have an advantage. So the ball is taken at the 10, and they are met at the 24-yard line, gain of about 14 yards on the return. Tyler Ackerman on the tackle, freshman, brother of last year's senior quarterback Dylan Ackerman. It's Tyler's 1st year on the Newman high school varsity football team. So it actually looks like on defense here, Coach Thorpe has called on Matt Hamilton, the kicker, to take Thomas Bates' place at linebacker. So back to pass. Passes to the right side where he's met on the plate by, okay, let's see who that is. By Josh Clement. Josh Clement. Pacey Weber has a complete pass to Zhang. Tackled on a play by Josh Clement. 1:26 left in the 3rd quarter. The clock is running for Newman now. Unless we can get it in within 35 in the next 1 minute and 17 seconds, that clock will continue to run. Snap is again over Stroming's head. He's able to control it a little bit better this time, but he's met in the backfield. And he drags Ben Hardesty to about the line of scrimmage for no gain. It's now 3rd and 6 for the Lumberjacks. Newman with a new linebacker in Matthew Hamilton. Matthew Hamilton getting a little time outside of kicking. That's nice to see, but not nice to see that Thomas Bates is out of the ball game. Stroming is back. Motion to the left. Stroming takes it right side. Wasn't read as well as could have been. The linebackers kind of bit on that motion man going to the far side of the field from where we're sitting. And Stroming kept that ball. Took it to the right side and ran for a Lumberjack 1st down to the Newman 48. So that'll happen when you make some personnel changes on defense. Hamilton, pretty talented kid, but his first time with the starting defense in place of Thomas Bates. At the end of the 3rd quarter, it's Newman 49, Wausau East 6. The Wausau East Lumberjacks have the ball to start the fourth quarter. 1st and 10 on the Newman 48-yard line. A little bit of a break for the players here. Appears that Micklig is staying with his starting defense for the most part, which is pretty normal for most games. The defense is the last to switch out for him if there's a score like we have tonight. We might see these second team offense though in the next series. We'll see what Micklig decides. Here's a handoff up the middle to the right. Really got nothing, actually got a little lost. Caleb Zong to now. Wait. Oh, I thought that. Okay, I apologize. I thought that Lumberjacks had moved it into Newman territory, but apparently they're on their side of the 50. And now driven back to the 47-yard line. All right, another bad snap. It's over Stroming's head, picked up by number 74, Ben Hardesty, who rolls forward. The referee is going to mark it at the 31-yard line, and that's where the Newman offense will take over. 1st and 10 on the Lumberjack 31. Newman's offense has been strong, with those bad snaps have not helped the Lumberjacks at all tonight. I believe on 3 of those it was a turnover. So, unfortunately, when you have an offense as efficient as the Newman offense, giving them the football is not a good idea. Here is the Newman second team offense led by freshman Tyler Ackerman. Tyler Ackerman gets the snap. A little bit of a bobble, but he takes it forward to about the line of scrimmage. Tyler wearing his brother's jersey, number 12. Continuing the family tradition here in Newman. 8 years of an Ackerman and number 12 is what it looks like it'll be. 4 years with Dylan, now 4 years with Tyler. Tyler is the second quarterback behind Kroc. It's the second team all around. It's a nice pitch out to the right to, looks like Matthew Hamilton in the backfield, number 15. So Hamilton getting not only some time on defense, but offense as well as the halfback there on that play. An option play by Ackerman, pitched it off to Hamilton to gain a couple of yards. Keep the clock running, although the clock runs regardless. Also in the ball game, is from what I can see here, number 21, Caden Nikolai, number 88, James Bates. They're going to split to the right side. Hamilton in the backfield. And here's the snap. Pass from Ackerman to Caden Nikolai is a little bit wide right. I might have said Caleb. It is Caden. Caleb is his younger brother, also on the Newman Cardinals. Gonna be a lot of substitutions probably by Coach Micklig, trying to get some players into the ball game. Show some respect to the Lumberjacks. Ackerman making the call, sends Matthew Meyer in motion to the left, pass to Meyer. He's hit as soon as the ball gets into his hands. The ball comes out, and the pass is incomplete to make it 4th down. So the second team not as efficient, but able to move the ball a little bit on the Lumberjacks. A little time to jump around here at Thom Field. apologize. That was fourth down there, so they take over on downs. Lumberjacks have the ball. Here's the snap. Another bad snap over Stroming's head. Stroming is all over it, but it's a huge loss for the Lumberjacks. Those high snaps have been awful for Wausau East, unfortunately. Takes the Lumberjacks back to their own 13-yard line, where it will be second and 28. Second and 28. East has two receivers left, one to the right, one man to the left of Stroming in the backfield. Snap to Stroming. He looks to pass but doesn't have anything. Tries to take it up the middle and is met on the play by Josh Clement and assisted by Matthew Hamilton. So the Lumberjacks in not very good shape, third and 28 at their own 13. Some new faces are in it on the Newman defense, though, so we'll see what kind of impact they can make. Stroming is back to pass. The pass is down the middle, intended for number 80, Lindman with the catch. Matthew Meyer was on the coverage. He was in the area, but looked like Lindman had a little bit of size on him. He makes the catch, and the Lumberjacks on the 3rd and 28 get to their own 44-yard line and a first down. So two receivers left, one right. Stroming is going to take it to the left. The linebackers did not read that as quickly, but he's brought down by Hamilton, and looks like he was assisted by Carson Rice on the play. So another first down for the Lumberjacks, but the clock continues to run. 49-6 Newman, 5:14 left on the clock. Stroming continuing to spread them out with one man in the backfield. We have the slot receiver in motion, but a flag on the play. And the Cardinals got a little jumpy, offsides. So East will make a little more progress forward. And the ball will be placed at the Newman 40. Stroming in the backfield, two receivers right, one left. Slot receiver in motion. Stroming takes it right, breaks a tackle off the right side, pursued by number 82, Jackson Fender, but Jackson Fender can't catch up to Stroming. Stroming takes it right side, up the sidelines, into the end zone for a Lumberjack touchdown. Making the score 49-12 Newman with 4:20 left in the fourth quarter. As would be expected, the second team defense for Newman not as stout as the starting 8. A lot of younger players in there, but it's good experience for them as they step into those roles in future years. Here's a handoff to the left on the two-point conversion, and they're in for the two-point conversion to Caleb Mao. Handoff left. Didn't look like Newman put up much of a fight on that one. 49-14. Two-point conversion is good. So Wausau East will kick off for, I believe, the third time today. Newman Catholic will be back to receive. It looks like Coach Micklig has made substitutions across the board, defense and offense. Generally, he doesn't make a lot of changes on the kickoff team. but I think there might be a couple of new faces in there. For the most part, I think it's the same starting 8 as normal. Based on the setup here, it looks like Lumberjacks might go deep, but I wouldn't count on that. The Cardinals are ready for the front line kick, but it is a deep kick. Deep kick out of bounds. Out of bounds at the inside the 10. Couldn't really see where that went. It was blocked by the press box here. Newman Catholic will take the ball at the 35. Once the snap happens, clock will continue unless there's a timeout or change of possession. 4:20 is left on the clock here at Thom Field. It's been an exciting night with the fans here. The Newman fans are really into this game. East has kind of quieted down. They were loud to begin with, but Newman's been in control most of this game. Here's the snap to Tyler Ackerman. It was a little high. He had to bring that ball down. He kept control of it and took it for a 2-yard gain. So Tyler Ackerman, it looks like they're going to give him 1 yard, 2nd and 9. Clock continues to run. Newman is not in a hurry to get to the line of scrimmage, letting the clock run. Tyler Ackerman has the play from Coach Micklig, and the future of the Newman Cardinals. The younger players are taking it to the line. They're split wide. It's an option play to the left. It's kind of a pitch behind the back there, but he was able to hang on to it. But there is a loss of yards on the play. That was not a very... That play did not make a lot of progress. Actually, no progress went into the backfield. For some reason, we have a timeout. We have a timeout by Wausau East. Wausau East stops the clock with 3:01 left to play. Doesn't look like they're stopping the clock for any other reason than to stop it, although now the players are coming off the field. Wausau East might want one more shot, which, given it's their first year in 8-man football, any shot for their offense would be the way to improve, that's for sure. It is a beautiful night here at Thom Field. Right? The temperature's dropped a little bit now, 63 degrees. But a lot. Our cameraman here says there's a lot of alumni that never seen an 8-man game. Excited to see Newman play the East Lumberjacks. So it's been an exciting game all around. All right, Newman to the line. 2 receivers right, 1 left, 1 in the backfield. Caden Nikolai in motion to the left. Snap is to Ackerman. Ackerman slips and is brought down by number 9. It's kind of the slip kind of caused that sack, but Ackerman able to cover it up and take the loss, unfortunately, to the 25-yard line. Newman, if things hold, which I assume they will, 49-14 Newman, with the clock running, 2:43 left in the game. Newman will continue to dominate in 8-man football. Newman has not lost a regular season game in 8-man football, which is pretty impressive. 4th and 20, they're going to kneel on it, 4th and 20. Kind of an interesting move by the Cardinals. Maybe to allow the Lumberjacks to have the ball one more time and with some decent in decent territory. It's pretty rare for Coach Micklig to rub it into another team. In fact, I haven't seen it in the time that I've seen him as coach. And in some of his speeches that I've heard, he's felt it on the other side and knows what it feels like to be the team who's down. And respect is what this team is all about. So Micklig will generally get his cushion, and then he'll bring in his younger guys to get some experience and let the other team get some experience as well. So that's what it looks like Micklig is doing here, letting the Lumberjacks come back on the field for one last series. 2:09 left in the fourth quarter. Lumberjacks will have the ball at the Newman 25. Newman has most of their freshmen and sophomores on defense right now. The snap is to Stroming. Another bad snap, but he hung on to it. The ball is thrown to the right side of the end zone to, I can't see who that is, number 9? I think that was Jack Parthels. Oh, sorry, that was not that. Tucker Lindman on the reception. Even the announcer here wasn't sure who it was. So that brings East to a little closer, 49-20. Stroming is going to come in for the two-point conversion with one of the right. Stroming runs right. And the Newman defense looks a little confused. No real pursuit on Stroming as he went off to the right. He was kind of allowed to just walk right into the end zone. But that group is learning. So this is experience that'll pay off in the future. I'm sure Coach Micklig will be going over film with these guys and discussing how they can improve. So anytime the younger guys can get into a varsity game is positive time. That's for sure. So Wausau East will get to kick one more time, it looks like, at least. Hopefully, at least. Now that they've moved to within, it's now 49-22. Looks like he's taking a little shorter approach on this one, so it might be a short kick. A little short kick, and it's falling on right at the front line. I believe that's Sam Zimetz, but it's hard to tell. Sam Zimetz. He's not on the roster, number 53. But there have been some problems with some of the Newman uniforms torn, and some of the colors are torn. A lot of rough games over the last few years. Newman in the state championship 2 years ago, 2019. And then last year, when first in the state, their season ended with a COVID quarantine, which was not the way to go out. And in the victory formation, Tyler Ackerman takes a knee. 1:14 left in the game. Newman showing a little respect to Wausau East, giving them the opportunity to score one more time to make the score 49-22. With a minute left, that looks like where we'll probably end here, because Newman is in the kneeling formation one more time. And Tyler Ackerman will let the clock run down to the signal from the referee, and he will kneel. I'm sorry, that's Connor Kroc. I didn't see. They must have brought in Kroc for the kneel.